Well, Autumn, can you just tell us a little bit about the mobility issues that you experience?
Of course. So I've had problems with my Achilles tendons my entire life. So when I started walking on my toes. So it just naturally shortened this whole part of my tendon, which has caused me to have foot pain and then lots of knee problems.
Got it. Thank you for sharing. So we're going to do a little assessment before we use the MoveMor board, and it's a toe touch where we bring our feet together, so our toes are pointing forward, knees are together and locked, and we're going to slide your hands down your legs just to see how your range of motion is. When we do the exercises, we'll repeat that assessment, because if you can get a greater range of motion, that's an indication that your nervous system really likes the exercises that we just did.
Wow, that's so interesting, because even when I have my feet together like this, like that kind of irritates my knees. So
okay,
that's
yes.
really
all right.
Interesting that I should be able to do that.
Sure,
okay.
Right. So as you're bending down, just go as far as you can without any pain. Beautiful. Okay, slide on up. And now we'll just do the Take 10 to Move More exercise program, which are 10 exercises, 10 repetitions, 10 minutes.
Okay.
Awesome. So we're sitting nice and tall with our chin and chest lifted, shoulders back and down, and we're just going to start with toe and heel lifts. So what we're going to do is just raise the toes up, lower down, and raise the heels up and lower down. Good. Nice.
Is that ankle popping normal?
You know, a lot of times when people have low mobility, they do get a little popping, and over time, as your range of motion increases, you might notice that decreases as well.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yes, yes. And one more. Beautiful. And now we're going to keep going. Yep, heel raise there. Very good. Now we're going to do our slide walk, where we just push one foot forward, pull one foot back, and just work through a comfortable, pain-free range of motion. That's the name of the game. You never want to move into pain. That's your body's signal to stop, because it's sensing a threat.
It's interesting.
Very good.
I can feel it in my core too.
Yeah.
That's so interesting.
That's awesome. So you're stabilizing your core as you're moving your legs, and yeah, it's great that you're not sitting all the way back in your chair, because that gives you some of your postural muscles are being activated as well. Nice. And even as you pull that foot back, you're getting a little dorsiflexion action there, which is good. And we're working the quadriceps and the hamstrings right now. I did lose count.
I wasn't counting.
Let's make that last one. Beautiful. And now we're going to do our in and out, where we bring our knees and ankles together and do it as comfortable. Yep. And then out to the side. We always want to move through a comfortable, pain-free range of motion. And whatever is comfortable for you, that's where you go. Don't move into pain, because that's just an indication that those little nociceptors in your joints are saying it's a threat, because you have some, low mobility in certain areas, and it's your brain's way of protecting you from tearing anything.
Wow, that's really interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
No, it doesn't look like I'm doing anything, but I'm feeling it.
Where are you feeling it on?
So I feel it in my inner, like when I go in, I feel it in my inner knees.
Okay.
Kind of on top.
Gotcha.
So it's like...
Do you feel anything in your inner or outer thighs at this point?
When I go out, it's more so the knees.
Okay.
Right now.
Usually,
maybe like the inner thighs when I go in.
Gotcha. That's exactly right. And everyone feels it in a little different area, and usually where you feel it is where you have the greatest weakness.
Interesting. Cool. That makes a lot of sense.
And last one. Beautiful. Now we're going to do the merry-go-round, where we're going to make circles with our feet, where we bring our feet inward, upward, outward, and downward. So we're just making circles with our feet. It's a little bit pretty strange, because we don't usually make circles with our feet. So it's not anything we're used to. but nice. And you know, the nice small circles, fantastic for strengthening all the muscles around the knee to take some of that pressure off your knees. And also we're strengthening the soft tissues, the ligaments and the tendons around your knee. If it hurts, make it real small.
I feel a difference between my right and left knee.
Oh, is that right?
My right knee feels a little bit weaker.
Okay. So yeah, it is unilateral because you are working each one of your legs separately. So that's kind of nice to identify where the bigger weakness is even.
Very cool.
And let's reverse directions. So now we can pull it downward, outward, upward. Nice. And I like how you're focusing and moving through a comfortable, pain-free range of motion, right?
It's definitely interesting to focus your mind exactly on those little muscles. I feel like I've never felt them before.
Fantastic. Yeah, you get a little more body awareness, I think. Do you feel that kind of happening?
Oh, yes, definitely.
That's awesome. Beautiful. Nice. Yeah, when I chat, I lose count. So it should be. We'll do 2 more. Nice. Great. All right. So now we're going to move to the ankles. Give those knees and thighs a rest. So just lifting your toes up, we're going to make ankle O's. So we just make circles with our toes. And you can do it in nice.
Oh, that's so interesting. Yeah, wow. That right knee just feels so different.
Isn't that, it's, have you noticed a difference in your right knee before? Like when you're walking or climbing stairs?
It definitely feels a little bit tighter.
Okay.
So I definitely get more pain in the right, but it's still, you know, I feel it in both.
Gotcha. Thanks for sharing.
Of course. Thanks for having me here.
I'm thrilled. You know, improving mobility is a passion. Let's reverse directions now.
I like this one.
Good. And this is great to build ankle mobility because it's, you know, you're working in a circle, so you're activating a lot of different muscles surrounding the ankles, the soft tissues, opening up some space in the joints, complex. So, and that ankle mobility really has a big effect on your knee function as well, and all the joints stacked above.
That's great. And this helps with hips too, right?
It does. We're going to get some hip exercises on here as well. So now we're going to move to our marching for our hip flexors. So sitting up nice and tall, chin and chest lifted, shoulders back and down. We're just going to lift up one knee and lower down. Lift up and down. And just move once again through a comfortable, pain-free range of motion. You want to try to...
I notice myself kind of leaning.
That's
my core.
Exactly. So what you're doing is, you know, you're noticing things, and yeah, we tend to move in the direction to give us a little more movement there. But you just, if we're focused just on the hip flexors here, the muscles right in front of the thigh, it'll just be a little more effective. And then
I like putting my hands there. It's a good idea.
Yeah. Nice. So working those hip flexors, you might feel it a little in your core area as well.
Definitely.
Good deal. Let's do one more on each side. Beautiful.
You can feel that one a little bit in my lower back.
Okay.
Cool.
Was it discomfort or... Okay.
No, I just feel like I'm aware that it's there.
Beautiful. That's great. It's, let's start on the midline cross where we bring one foot forward and then the toe to that heel of the forward foot. So we're just bringing, and do it as close as you can. It's A-okay. It's A-okay. Just trying to get that toe to the heel of the opposite foot. Okay. So we've got a little adduction weakness going on.
Yeah, it's definitely that right knee. That's so interesting.
And it's really great that you're just doing the movement through a pain-free range of motion, because over time, as you repeat these exercises, it's consistency. Nice. You may notice that your range of motion is improving.
Oh, I'm so excited. This is so cool.
I am excited too. So we've seen in our studies, we've seen really great improvements with people with their ankle flexibility, their balance, their leg strength has improved, and it's as little as 10 minutes a week. So we're all excited to see how this helps you.
Oh man, me too. I've definitely been looking for something. You know, it's so easy too, because like I'm not very good at stretching for a long period of time, so just being able to kind of sit at my desk and do this while I'm doing other things it's so convenient.
That's awesome. And relax. Let's go to the next exercise called our double kick. So we're just going to push our feet forward and pull them back as far as you can.
Okay, the abs again. Okay.
Nice. Push forward. Good. And pull back. Very good. Looking good. You should be feeling this in your quadriceps, the front of your thighs, and your hamstrings. And how do your knees feel on this one?
I feel pretty good.
Okay, so this is a movement that your knees are pretty strong in, which is great.
And so each exercise helps with different things, right? Like different movements?
Exactly.
Okay.
Anytime you've got, so we can work around the ankles, knees, and hips, and anytime you're moving your feet in a different direction, you might notice different muscle groups being activated. And right now we're really focused on the quadriceps and the hamstrings, the front and the back of the thighs, because having strong leg muscles, super important for our mobility, of course. And even when you're pulling back, you're getting a little of that dorsiflexion as well, which is a problem with a lot of folks with immobile ankles. So the next exercise, we're going to go to toe fans, where we're just pointing our toes inward and outward. So it's a real mild inversion and eversion. Very good.
See, this is just how I stand. That's it.
Well, you might find over time too, as you practice these exercises and have more mobility in your ankles, that you'll be able to walk with your toes pointing forward, which is ideal.
Okay, very cool.
Nice. Looking good. Very good. How does that feel on your ankles, Autumn?
Oh, my ankles feel good.
Good.
Definitely.
Good.
Yeah, it's so interesting. I know it's for your ankles, but you just feel it in your knees. That's crazy.
Everything's connected, so all these movements, you've got muscles that attach from your ankles up to your knees.
Wow.
So, yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, most of us don't think about it. We just go about our days without thinking about this amazing machine. I hate to call it a machine because it's so much more than that, but it's amazing what it does for us on a daily basis, and how our joints all communicate and work together and make movement happen.
I would just think that it's like, if my knees are hurting, okay, I'll stretch my knees. You know, I wouldn't even really think about stretching my hips or my ankles, or just how they connect, you know?
Exactly, because a lot of the time knee pain, anytime you have pain in a joint, generally it comes from the joint above or below.
Interesting.
Yeah. Okay, last one. And then let's try the sweep in and out. So we're going to try to keep your knees aligned with your hips. And let's start with just one foot. Let's start with your left foot first. So let's just slide that foot inward and then slide it outward.
Those abs again.
Yeah, and try to keep, there you go. You got that. So we're doing a little external and internal rotation for the hip. So try to keep the knees as aligned with the hip as you can. I know sometimes there's movement because we have a little weakness there and our body's trying to compensate. But if you hold on to your knee, that may give you a little cue to just try to keep it stable. Do you know what I mean?
Okay,
There
I see
you
what
go.
You mean, like that.
You got it.
Hey, okay.
Great.
Cool.
How does that feel on your knee?
It feels pretty good.
Good. Beautiful.
I can feel my knee vibrating.
Wow, cool. And then let's switch sides. So just slide that foot inward and outward. So we're doing a little internal and external rotation at the hip. Nice. And you can see on your right side you have a little less mobility there.
I like I can feel like the thigh muscles kind of relaxing a little bit.
Very good.
Which
Yep.
is nice.
That is good. And we'll get you a little stretch. Very good. It's just one more. And that's it. Do you want to stretch up that?
Ooh, yeah, I like that one.
Okay, so
Got it.
yeah, we'll just move. I'm just going to jump in and move that way a little
Okay,
bit here.
great, thank you.
Of course. And then slide to the front of your chair. And then extend one leg forward. There you go. So that way you get full range of motion at that knee, which
That feels so good.
Good.
That's so nice.
good. You can hold it there. You can, hold it for 15 seconds in general. That's what we like to hold our stretches with. You can also, after you've held it, you can also move it forward and back through that full range of motion to get that nice.
Ooh, cool. It's interesting when I hold it, I can like feel the muscles relaxing
Yes.
after a little bit of time.
And that's exactly what we want, because now that you've contracted muscles and, you've done some lengthening and strengthening around the ankles, knees, and hips, but to lengthen the whole leg really does help relax all the muscles, particularly around your knee. That full range of motion is so important because that's what we do with walking. Yeah. Nice.
Oh,
And you
that's
can
the
even
good one.
lean forward, hinging from the hips to get a more of a stretch in the back of the leg, on your hamstrings.
Feel that all back there.
Nice.
That's great.
Nice.
It's a nice way to reward yourself after a good hard workout.
That's right. That's right. We can do a couple when you're ready after you work on that left leg there, stretching that out. We can do a couple stretches if that works for you, Autumn.
Sure, we could do that.
Okay, great.
Did we want to do the test first?
Yes.
Just with the MoveMor?
Let's do the test with the MoveMor. Great idea.
Great.
Thank you.
Of course. I know it sounds kind of crazy, but like when I pull back, I feel like my knees are stronger already.
That's awesome. Well, and just opening things up, that does tell your brain that this movement is safe. So your brain will say, oh, okay, we can move that way. So more muscles will be activated.
Wow.
So it does coordinate your mobility, and strength works together hand in hand.
That's so cool. Okay, should we try it?
Yes, let's do it. So we're going to repeat that assessment with feet together, knees locked. And you're just going to take your hands and slide down your legs, and let's see if your body your nervous system likes these exercises.
Whoa!
I see a greater range of motion, so I would give it a.
Oh my gosh!
How are you feeling,
That's
Autumn?
huge! I'm past my knees. I
Yay!
can almost touch my toes.
Hey, look at that. So that's just an indication that your nervous system really liked what we did.
That's so freaking cool. Even this honestly feels better. Just kind of standing more parallel to each other. Oh, that's so crazy. That's
Fabulous.
so crazy. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Autumn. I can't wait to see you in a few weeks after you've used MoveMor once or twice a week, and we'll see
Great.
how much mobility you've gained in the near future. Thanks so much.
Thank you.